I think the first thing about Yana is is about opportunity and possibility.
Yana is like coming to Sarana Springs and becoming yourself again, but also gaining all these tools to go through life and handle whatever comes your way.
Yana reflects for me the what's going on in the world. And I was particularly drawn to youth and young adults and thinking about the future generations and what they're going to go through and what they are going through and how they're being affected by the changes in the world that have happened so quickly.
When Angie seeded the vision of Yana out of her heart cracking open about the environmental crisis and wanting to take an action and support young adults, for me it was like, how do we create a container for people to, find as young adults a way to connect to themselves in a deeper way, feel like they have more resources and skills and tools that they get from the program, but also a sense of hopefulness and possibility.
The people who attended this retreat are just some of the most beautiful people. And there was a real sense of shared values, a shared sense of compassion for other people and for the world that was so powerful and that I feel is sometimes missing in my day-to-day life in the city.
It's so isolating to be young, and that this whole retreat really has felt like coming home to a family. I have such deep gratitude for that. I feel like this is something that I'm going to be able to remain connected to.
So it was really important to design a program that left people with a sense of joy and possibility, but also ways to deal with their strife and struggle. I see that with a number of our people, that it gives them support to move forward in their lives.
It is about mindfulness practices. It is about connection to nature. It is about remembering yourself. It is about understanding how your story has affected who you are and your identity and your perceptions of the world and how you can change that.
This is a place where you're going to meet actually a lot of new friends and you're going to find a lot of warmth.
You're just so held by the land and the faculty, and they really care for you, and they create a safe space for you to discover yourself.
There's this alchemy that happens. There's a deepening of the healing process that happens when we have and we use all these different tools. And that's what makes Yana unique.
The backbone of mindfulness is this foundation of self-awareness and grounding and being able to be present in the moment. And why that's a foundation is because when people are in distress or in anxiety or any kind of distressing states, their minds lose the present moment and you get lost in your thoughts. So that's the first skill, is how to come back when your mind is getting pulled off into suffering and distress.
It's so funny because I came here and I think I was one of the only participants that meditates every day. I already had a mindfulness practice and I've kept it up. But I think coming here just helped deepen it, and it's like as much work as you can do on yourself and your mind. You can journal, you can meditate, you can go to therapy, but coming here really locked it all in and really helped me see what other pieces were missing and what other layers I needed to peel back and kind of get to, and also accept, because it was really a form of acceptance coming here, accepting of my story, accepting of where I was, who I was.
The next skill that we focus on is compassion-based practices. And these are about how do you reflect into those places that you want to ignore, avoid, or turn away from. And compassion is then the skill of turning towards your suffering.
It allowed all of us to kind of take off the masks we wear every day out in the community or out in society, and really allowed myself, and I'm sure others, to feel like they could fully express who they were in a very safe environment without judgment.
Before coming here, I didn't take enough space out of my day to just sit and exist. We're just constantly rushing around and doing so many things without really thinking about, who we are and how we connect to each other and how we connect with ourselves.
And then the other piece to the Yana retreat that makes it, I think, so outstanding is the element of nature connection. I mean, it takes place here at Sarana Springs on 171 acres of just beautiful, gorgeous land. And we have an opportunity here to connect to ourselves deeply, but also to nature. So it's a real balance of inner and outer.
Not only do you get into nature, but you get into yourself. And then you also get into yourself with other people in a safe space.
And then in Yana, another practice that we explore is the food awareness, our relationship with food, our relationship with where our food comes from.
Ways that we grow food, that young people that come and teach others how to grow food, how we sustain ourselves.
Maybe you want to learn self-compassion, maybe you want to eat really good food and hang out in nature, and those would all be great things too.
It's a really gentle entrance into the world of retreats. I think sometimes people see the word retreat and that can feel a little bit intimidating. There's so much encouragement and kindness and compassion for all of the participants.
Yeah, when you talk about healing, like, you can't heal alone. You have to heal with others, and like, those are the people who I found these last couple days, and I'm so grateful.
There's elders here who are still in their process, and so you get to get out of the cycle of the one and done retreat and all of a sudden you're fixed and you're perfect. You actually get to be in a field of people continuing to go through their process and witnessing that in elders who are still in it, and faculty who's still in it, and volunteers who are still in it. Yeah, I'd want someone to know that they don't need to pretend to be perfect going into it or coming out of it, but it's just a place to be real.
What's beautiful is seeing them come back year after year to participate as volunteers and to attend other programs that we're holding here for young adults. And the transformation that they have gone through is really a beautiful thing to witness.
Ultimately, if we're really successful in Yana, then people can take what they learn from here and actualize it in their lives.
If someone is considering attending a retreat, there's a reason for that. And I would really encourage them to just bravely step into that and see what the experience can bring them.
Just come to the Yana retreat. It's worth it.
When people say, think of your happy place, you can come here.